Have you ever thought about just leaving, picking up everything that you have on you, and just leaving? Not knowing where you're gonna go, not having a plan, not letting anybody know where you're going. You just go. I think about it quite often because something in my body tells me to just go sometimes. Sometimes I wake up and I just don't want to be where I'm at. And it's not like I hate life or I hate the world or anything. Something in me just says, something about where you're at, it's just not where you're supposed to be. And I may not know where I'm supposed to be, but it's somewhere out there. So, I ask once again, have you ever thought about just leaving? Now, hypothetically, if you did leave and you just, I don't know, just went somewhere, where would you go? Where would you actually go? Would you try to go to another big city? Like if you're from New York, will you go to Chicago, Atlanta, LA, Austin, Texas? Or maybe you would prefer something opposite than what you have experienced already. Maybe you would go to Minnesota, Oklahoma. Who knows? Only you would know. But I think if I ever did leave, I think I'd do something different. I don't think I would leave for one specific place. I think I would want to go and see every single place. I would want to see every single interesting place, meet as many new people as I can, and just have as many experiences that a human can possibly have. But of course it wouldn't last long in all these places because they say the human brain only has capacity to remember 30 people. So you could only be friends with 30 people where you remember birthdays and you remember to text them or call them, or you have the capacity to really have a relationship with only 30 people. I think 30, that's a good number. It also depends on the person though. 30 to some people may sound like it's not a lot. And in theory it really isn't. Cause I guarantee that 30 people. You probably have more than 30 people that you went to school with and you was friends with. You probably have more than 30 people that is in your family that you talk to. So I don't think 30 it's not a lot to some people. To others, 30's a lot. So if I did leave, what would be my first stop? Me being from New York, I think my first stop will have to be New Jersey. I will most likely try to make it a goal to walk across country. Hopefully. Probably go see some some of the sights, see some cities, meet people. Like I said, meet people that you've never met before. I've never met a psychologist. Maybe I will meet one on my journey if I leave. I have never met a cowboy or a cow girl or a cow person. Maybe I'll meet one. I kind of want to meet every single person. And not in the literal sense meet every single living human on the face of the earth, but I mean every single unique person, every single different person. Don't you always wonder the different lives that people live? Don't you always wanted to see how this person's life differs from that person? Or how it even differs from yours? It'll be fun and interesting. You could learn something, have some dope experiences. And I know I said that I would do that Resident Evil Revelations 2 thing. Yeah, I didn't do it. As you see, I'm playing some Buried. I just re-downloaded Buried. I saw Noah J on YouTube playing Buried, and Buried just so happens to be my favorite Call of Duty Zombies map. Not saying it's the best. It's just my favorite one. And there are a lot of good maps out there. Black Ops 2 has their fair share of really good maps. Buried, Origins, Mob of the Dead, which people still consider to this day to be one of the best zombie maps ever created. So Black Ops 2, they have no shortage of good maps. This one, it just so happened to be my favorite. One thing, I don't know if it's a real complaint about this map. I don't think this map really needs it, honestly. There's no real good spot for training zombies. But don't think you really need it in this map, because they have some pretty OP areas where you could just sit and camp. For instance, right there in Juggernaut, sit there and you could just camp. You get the paralyzers. Y'all guys know the deal. Y'all know the deal. Sit up there on top of the bank. I think there's another place where you could just sit and camp, but it's not coming to my mind right now. But definitely write in the comments if you were to leave the city that you live in, the city that you grew up in, the city that can technically say raised you. Where would you go? And what would you do for money? Would you start selling drugs for money? Would you become a bum and be collecting cans for your entire journey? Or maybe you would do what I do. I would do labor for hire. That would be how I would financially support myself.
I need something in a hurry.
And I guess that's the end of my journey. Hopefully, if I ever leave in real life, it doesn't end like this. Dying, being mauled by zombies, these hungry, flesh-eating, mindless corpse. I guess that's all for this video. I'll see you guys next time.